Bro. Welcome back again, yo, everybody.
I love how we just
Bro,
laughed
this
immediately.
is welcome back, everybody. Back to Melanin Moments. This
Welcome
is
back.
from the sneak peek you guys saw on Instagram to what is happening now. You can see the time significantly changed.
Yeah.
We had a technical difficulty, so we may have had to redo this episode. Hope y'all enjoy. Hope y'all stick around to listen and enjoy this time with us. Welcome back to episode 2. I'm so excited for just us to get back into it, groove and everything. You know, it's been a long time coming. 9 months was our last episode we dropped for the first one. You can see that on Spotify and Instagram through the link tree. Also, we have it up on YouTube as well. But this time we got visuals, and
I know, right?
I'm excited, bro.
I'm excited for the visuals to
So,
come out.
if anybody who's new here today, welcome. My name is Judah. I got my boy Akeem here, best friend. This is gonna be the most that you'll see between the two of us. We'll be the main host to this podcast, but we do have 2 other guests named Nick and Gabri. Sorry, I almost said Akeem, bro. There was gonna be 2 of this. No.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, Nick and Gabri, they'll be on every now and then. They just live outside of the city, so this will be who you'll see the most, our beautiful faces, and not ugly faces to the other 2. I had to. But yeah, welcome back to episode 2. Akeem, baby boy, we back.
What's good, man?
What's going on, bro? Like,
Man,
we're what,
being
2 days out before we drop this?
Yeah, 2 days away.
2 days, Sunday.
away.
Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Go check it out. You'll see it on Spotify, but you also see it on YouTube. Unfortunately, we don't have Apple Podcast or Amazon podcast or other podcast streams yet. We haven't got any much more platforms. Just started up. So give us some time to get those set up. But yeah, please follow us on all platforms: Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. What else do we got? Patreon too, but that'll become with time. But yeah, let's get into episode 2. Nothing less. What's good, my boy? Turn up. We back in it.
It's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute. We're talking generally since the last episode. Obviously,
9
it's been
months.
a hot minute, right?
9 months.
9 months. Take 2 on this.
Take 2. Yep. Time has
goes
changed.
Good. Yep.
I think everything will go a little bit smoother. You know, we're still figuring out some technical difficulties. You know, if anybody out there knows a little bit more to help us out, reach out, because we're trying to figure out how we can get the camera to record through the laptop, or through the software. So if anybody out there wanted to help me, I suck at it.
But you've done good so far for it, but we would still like help.
Yes, we'd love to.
He's been the one, honestly, behind all the tech stuff. I literally just got back
ChatGPT, sponsored by ChatGPT.
Sponsored by ChatGPT.
Talking to her has helped me out, bro. Getting to this point, mostly to ChatGPT. Just like getting the recording and software stuff back up. But like, yeah, man, 9 months. We have lots of stories to tell. We'll get into some segments as well later into the year, and as we continue to progress this.
But I think first we should start off with how our day was been.
My goodness.
And oh my.
How was your day been, gang?
I could talk
Friday.
about this for like.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
It's the end of the week.
Honestly,
you made it.
Our Go Train friend, you know what he says?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
So, happy Friday, everybody.
That was a good way to start the day.
That is always a good way to start the day.
Oh my goodness. Today, I'm just going to talk about work.
No, get into it. Get into it. I need to hear it.
Yeah. Lie. So, it's a lot of
the way you got to break this down, bro.
I know. It's the way you got to break it down to y'all, because it's just been so much. So, do they even know about you in the... Yeah, that has to come first.
They know about my situation?
That kind of has to come first.
I don't know. Like... I don't know if I want to air this so wild, you know?
But like for the way that like I'm gonna explain, because it's obviously overwork because of
yeah. Like the reasoning why he is in so much more like exhaustion and turmoil is because I'm not. Like he's got to rely on me. No.
The context kind of.
All right, so we kind of have to.
Really,
Let's. Like, I'm not gonna break it down too much because it is a little bit personal, and there's still a lot of stuff going on in between that. But yeah, I'm just gonna straight up say I got fired from my job. Um, I just turned to see your
You
face.
just said straight to the point. I was protecting that for you. You were just like, nah, I
No,
should
no,
have
no.
got fired.
You,
Okay,
you gotta
know
be
what? I
honest
was
with
like,
the
you know
audience.
what?
Yeah, I
That's
got fired
fine.
from my job, and why?
We still don't know. We still don't know. The reason is not actually known.
It's the reason that he had said was not actually a proper reason for firing. So it was firing without cause, and I hope in the majority of this world we have standard employment laws or employee laws. So I was really confused, you know? Mind you, I got this message and this information on Monday. So if we were going to give a little bit of context to how this all really went down, if I was to go real quick,
Real quick about it. Just explain it real quick.
it was progressing, I guess, over the month of May, right?
I
would say
from
because
like,
even in the because I had to make a claim to the Ministry of Labor. It's that bad.
Yeah.
But like, even in the thing, it said like, when did this like these accusations progress or like start? And I'm like, I don't know.
I don't
like,
really
I can't,
know.
I just said the start of May because like
start of May, but honestly,
like-
if in all actuality, I'd say from last year.
really, yeah,
In all
he's
actuality,
yeah,
yeah.
realistically, like if you were to yeah, I would say yeah, last year if he held a grudge
Yeah.
from something,
Something?
whatever it was. So it's Friday or it's Friday or Saturday, one of the two. I text my boss saying, "Hey, I can't show up on Monday because I have an interview or an appointment that I have to go to." You know, he approves of it. He says it's cool, but he'd like to talk to me on Monday. And he asked me, like, what time are you available? So I give him my time.
Mm-hmm.
Getting fired was on the the bottom of the list.
I'm
Like,
sorry,
the way I had no worries
No, I'm
about
sorry.
that.
The way
Like-
that you just told the story of how you got fired, I feel like you just kind of got to let him know because it
Like,
was just like,
I
what?
was- I was like, and mind you, if I have to, you know, take some ownership of for responsibilities of myself, sure, I didn't give the best like advance warnings. Like, yes, in the contract it may say like for I forget, like vacation days,
Yeah.
or like sick days, you need like immediate response, or ASAP for appointments you like need 3 days.
Yeah, yeah.
like-
Whatever is the
But it's like
policies are
that's a
with it.
policy,
Yeah.
right? It's hard to follow a policy sometimes. The only reason that it would be a problem is if the employer said to the employee, "Yo, this is a problem. You're not telling me. You're telling me, but too late." And without an obligation for your employer to tell you right away,
Yeah.
you're not having to do anything. There's nothing wrong. If the employer says, "Your sounds good. I'll see you
Yeah.
on Monday," or "Sounds good," that's okay with me. There is nothing wrong there. So
Absolutely nothing. There is
Nothing wrong.
No, even not even a hint of like anything you did wrong or nothing coming
No.
from him. Like it was just so fine.
it was
everything
like
was
fine
fine.
lined. Yeah, it was really fine.
Like he never really gave.
It
Any
was vague.
showing
It was
of,
very
like-
vague.
Exactly.
Like, it
yeah.
was very
I don't know how to
vague.
describe it. It was
Yeah.
just so random. Like,
Yes.
that's how indescribable this
yes,
is. Like 'cause
yes, like it's so hard to like. Okay.
put words to this. It's like what?
So then, yeah, like being fired was on the lowest of my thing. So I can take the ownership, and maybe sometimes I didn't give him the proper warning. But even then, I would still more verbally communicate it because I see him every day for work. Like, and he's there, bro. Akeem is
I
in
am.
the truck with me when I talk. So it's not like this is me and him talking. So I have nothing, like, it's me and Akeem. I tell him usually as soon as I get in the truck, or when I remember at least, and he's always verbally saying, okay, like good with me. And then I either remind him, just because sometimes blank the name now.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the best of memories. But
Oh yeah, you're telling me. I got something today.
he doesn't have the best of like memory, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna remind him times. So I give him hey, I can't come in Monday. I got my appointment and I got an interview. Yes, this interview was an actual job interview. I don't know if he knew what interview was, but
Okay,
nor
wait.
was I gonna explain
Question,
that
did
to
you
him.
tell him that?
Yeah, I told him I had an interview.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
So,
lie
like,
about
it's-
this.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, like, if anything, they can come back and be like, was this really true? And I
Yeah.
don't want it to be like,
Okay.
you
okay,
know.
good. You still
So,
spoke
like,
the
I
truth,
still
that's
said,
good.
I had an interview. An appointment, on the other hand,
Yeah, yeah.
was a little like
it was a little white lie.
It was a white lie there, just so that
it's all right.
I just was scared that he may have said no, because I even had the feeling like I was like, I feel like I'm not even showing up at work right now, because it was the first month we got.
Yeah,
Like realistically, it was the first month.
Mm-hmm.
The first 2 months of what we worked was just shitty weather.
Oh, 100. When I say
Like,
it was the worst conditions, it was the worst.
Worst.
It was we had a wet May. I'm so
Very,
sorry.
very wet May. And it just ruined everything. It just ruined scheduling and when to get to work and all of this. So
like the whole month was
he
a
knows
shit
our
show.
travel time too. It's not like this is like
He's
clues us on our
It's not
on
like
our
he's
like
unaware of
our situation. Like I told him about this, and he's not like. And I told him that I had a second job. So again, back to Monday, he said I need to talk to you, and I was like, not getting fired. Sure, but we'll talk. Whatever it could be. It could be a raise. It could be fine. It could be something. You're good. You never know. I was so wrong, bro.
You gotta tell them where you were,
bro.
how
I was
positioned.
literally in my bed sleeping, and not sleeping. I came back, sorry, from the interview, and I was gonna like lie on my bed and like sleep because it's past 1. By the way, it's not like I said after 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Right. I'm assuming he's very like
Quick with it, right?
onto time, make sure it's there.
Mhm,
So I'm
yeah,
assuming
yeah.
it's gonna be 1 o'clock, if not 1:05, 1:10.
Yeah,
bro, it
like,
was
he's
nearly
still-
2 o'clock when he called me. So
Oh
I'm like,
my
all right,
gosh.
is he gonna? Maybe he forgot.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna go try and take a nap, and then I get, I'm wearing my AirPods, so then it announces that someone is calling me. Right. So I'm like, oh, who is it? I see that it's. Hey, what's up? And he goes, hey, Judah. I'm gonna have to make this short and brief, but we're no longer gonna need your services at. I cannot say the name, but we're no longer gonna need your services here. And I say, what?
It's,
Like the way I was
my
like,
gosh.
hold up, wait a minute.
You're like, what kind of BS am I hearing right now?
No, literally.
And
was like,
that's the kind of news that make you sit up in your bed.
no, I
And
was
you're
like, got up. I
huh?
said, huh? He's like, yeah, we're no longer gonna need your services here. And I'm like, wait, can you explain why? And he's like, oh, well, it's just your availability. Your availability doesn't seem like you're there all that much. You're constantly leaving work early, and it doesn't seem fair on the other crew. And I'm like, I'm leaving work early. That's my doing. How does that affect how does that affect the other crew? How does that mess up everybody? I mean, yeah, I guess it's messing people up, but at the same time, you know of my schedule, knows of my schedule.
But most importantly,
I've told my employer. No, I don't care about what Akeem is.
But yeah.
Who? We've already said his name way too much.
That is true.
This is Jack, edit name out, okay? When you watch this, edit name out. But I told my employer, at the least, that I had another job. I'm a student. I have bills to pay, and I have a life, believe it or not. Just like him.
Just like me, yeah.
And so he gives me that bullshit information of saying basically availability, and I'm like, wow, I even say to him, this is a bad idea. I straight up told him this is a bad idea.
Straight up told him this is a bad idea.
I said, this is a bad idea. And he's like, well, yeah, unfortunately it is what it is. I got to tear that Band-Aid off, and I just wanted to. And I was like, all right,
Really?
sounds good. Okay. And so I kind of I was like, I'm not going to see this motherfucker ever again, really, I don't think. And if I do, well, we're already on bad terms to begin with, so I couldn't really care. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to give him my last 2 cents. And I basically I ripped him up. I tore him up. I said some stuff I maybe shouldn't have. But you know what? It was he took it like a champ, if anything.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna lie. He takes criticism like a
does.
champ. I'm not gonna lie.
He is soft though.
Yes.
I had to say he's soft.
Yes, he is.
He's very soft.
He is.
And he looks like he wants to cry majority of the time.
A lot, and that softness affects his business in the worst ways possible. That affects employees.
Absolutely.
And
So
that's what he doesn't realize.
yeah, I basically just tore him up. I said, "Wow, this is a bad idea." And then I got my contract from my employment contract, and one of my buddies, who I'm not gonna name, but one of my boys was like, "Yo, make sure you get that contract so that I can look over it," because he's in human resource, and he took an employment law class, so he knows what's going on. So I was like, "Yeah, I'll give it to you." He gave it to me. He read it. I told him that my boss was supposed to give me 2 prior warnings if it was with cause, which he claimed today, guys. He claimed today that this was with cause. Mind you, in the contract it says if I'm getting terminated with cause, I have to be given 2 written warnings. Mind you, I only had 1 written warning, and that was last year. That was 2024.
Yep.
We're not even in that year anymore. We're 2025. So should that even carry through to the next year? I don't think so. I don't know the rules or laws of it. So
like reading through his contract, and like it was detailed, but there was still some like unanswered, like
so many loopholes.
Like, yeah.
And when you sign it, it's signed.
Yeah. There's so many unanswered questions with them. It's kind of left like
it's very vogue.
Yeah.
Like it's a vague.
Very vogue.
Vogue. Yo, model up, Vogue.
Sign this man
vague.
up, modeling.
God damn. But yeah, it was very vague, and I was like, this doesn't seem right. And so I read it, and I was like, I guess what? Sponsored by ChatGPT. ChatGPT, sponsor us, please. I asked it a bunch of the questions of like, yo, is the availability even a part of the terms and conditions that are being followed right now?
Yeah.
It was like, no. I'm like, so if it was fired without cause, you have to provide 2 written warnings. It's like, absolutely. Based on what I'm reading from the contract, yes.
Yeah.
With cause, you have to provide 2 written warnings. Where are my 2 written warnings? Where are they? He knows what one looks like, and I know what one looks like.
Yep.
So where are they? Right? So
that's where he violated
his own contract.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Like, how? How do you mess this up? And then he had the audacity to say it was with cause. Like that I wanted to I was laughing. I was laughing reading this message. I said, there's no way you are highlighting. And even ChatGPT was like, don't bring up that section until they do. And I'm like,
yeah. That's what you don't want to.
Okay, I didn't even bring it up. I just said
him.
Yeah, the
any
fuel
benefit.
Exactly.
So whatever you find, you keep it.
Mm-hmm. And there's more things that I found in that claim when I did my claim through Ontario Ministry of Labor. There was more I found.
Really?
Way more, bro. He broke so many rules. How he is working. Oh, we didn't mention we fired someone previously.
Oh, yeah.
His name was, we're not saying his name.
But anyway, he was fired, honestly, with a
he had an idea.
cause.
Yes.
His was more reasonable
that was a cause.
than his.
Yes.
He was, you can just describe him. He was slow. He acted like he had no sense. I'm not going to lie. That fire was a reasonable fire. How he was fired, though, was...
Oh, that was
disturbing.
So that was so
It was messed up.
That's
he
just
was,
as bad as really
he was
getting
fired a month before the start of this season.
Yeah.
Which started...
I don't even know if that's part of the employment. I didn't even get that deep. That might be another part of the law where you can't...
No, actually, that might
that
be.
Is?
I think so. Because if you want to terminate somebody, you got to give... I don't know.
You got to give notice.
You got to give notice. Definitely... Like a month before is like ridiculous.
Because you got to find another job. I feel like, isn't that? Especially if it's full time.
With this job market going around
what's
right
up?
now.
We got our and we're gonna always say this. Our studio, we have a window right by the door, so we can see people walk in. We're just gonna wave them every time.
Yeah, you have to give some sort of time when terminating somebody. But even with this job in this job market right now, in this time,
you can't.
Terminating somebody with a month.
It is criminal work.
Is criminal activity.
That's like lockup activity,
because, mind
bro.
you, our season ended in November. We had 4 months of a break.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is thinking he's going back to his job.
Although apparently he did have a job though coming out. Like he got fired, but he was okay.
Yeah, he got another job, but still.
Thank God. But also,
exactly, but still,
nobody really needed him. He was so slow.
Yeah.
we really did need him. But then he still didn't hire another person.
Exactly. So
we were still down.
We were still short-staffed.
And
we were still overworking ourselves because there's 2 teams of 3 from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Now it was 2 teams, 1 of 3, 1 of 2, which means the 1 of 2 is constantly working overtime. Double.
And usually it was me and him working with one of our other colleagues. So, and then there was another team that only had 2, and then supposedly it was our boss and his brother and then a girl, a little little girl, but she rarely even showed up to work. She was there less than me.
Yeah,
and she's not fired.
You know what the funny thing is that she has another job.
Yeah,
and
just like me.
Exactly, and the boss is very much well acquainted
to her time and needing some management. He couldn't manage me. I gave him the days. I even got it where I'm not even working throughout the week anymore.
Literally.
I used to have a shift because I'm not gonna say where I work for safety reasons, but I work part time as well as full time, and I'd have one shift on the week, and most times it got canceled.
Yeah.
But there'd be the odd time that I had to go in, and I had told ahead of time when I made that schedule. I have work on a Thursday, and that's the last day of the week, so it should be the last day of the week.
Should be, yeah.
It's been crazy because of the rain, but like it's the last day of the week, man. Chill. It's okay.
Yep.
We're gonna be good. And then they just completely removed my shift entirely. So I didn't even literally this week too. Like if I continue this work week,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had to leave on Thursday at all, because there's no work.
And look what happened now.
And then I got fired.
And then just wow.
Like, and so yes, now you are working twice as hard.
So now what's going on?
Way
So
harder.
now that he has been gone, because the whole week it's just been like this, because he got terminated on Monday past. So the whole week I've been
And this guy tried to claim
exhausted.
Monday was my last day.
Wait, what?
This Monday.
This Monday was your last
Yes.
day?
Last
he-
Friday
I was
was
gonna
my
say-
last day.
You
Is
can't
he
even-
so like guys,
he
you
just has, like,
terminated
a
me on
pro-
Monday.
He's got a
I
problem
last
with, like,
worked
managing,
on Thursday on the Friday. Like what's going on?
Because he actually has a problem with managing. Because part of
Absolutely.
my story today has to do with his management still.
Oh my gosh.
Because tell me, this was yesterday actually. Tell me, coming back home yesterday, the guy couldn't even check.
Let's
a
actually take a break here.
All right.
Explain what's going on with doing your
So,
work. What the did I just say?
Explain it from the week.
I did not
man.
speak English there,
Yeah,
bro.
that was not English. I'm surprised I'm not speaking gibberish like you are. And
I
I'm
know
the one
you
who's
do.
fucking
You
tired.
worked. I gotta stay here all day. I went to Yorkdale Shopping Center, but that was it.
At least you went to York. You could
Yeah.
do some shopping, you know. Could I do that?
Had to be active.
No.
No.
I'm coming back at rounds from like 5 to
Bro.
6 every night. I ain't got time. I'm literally just coming back and just
Dude.
getting prepared for the next day. That's what.
The way
how my
I
nights
text,
have
I
been.
was literally like, "Where is this guy today?"
Oh,
like
yeah.
you
and
said, I should be
today-
done by like 2:30.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, no worries. That's easy. We
You
get
thought,
back. We're
no.
gonna record this episode.
Yeah,
You know, that's
exactly.
still gonna be daylight outside. It's night, guys. Guys, it's literally nighttime. We
I didn't end up finishing work till 7. 7 o'clock. I said it's gonna be a 7 o'clock day, isn't it? And I'm just
What'd you
looking
do?
at the time, gang.
Did you guys do a mulch job?
We were just
Cutting the
doing-
whole day?
Yes. We were cutting.
So you
from
did
8
basically-
till 7. We did.
Wow.
Obviously,
Excuse me.
the rest of our list, rest of list, and you know, list
Is-
has most atrocious houses possible. Like it's not even funny at this point because you know the
just
houses
sucks.
on. Can I even say like street names?
Yeah, you can say street names.
Okay,
Those are
yeah.
just street
Yeah, I
names.
was
I
gonna
don't
say, yeah.
care.
You're just
No
you're
human
start,
being
you're gonna
names.
Start decoding that. You're gonna start
They'll be like,
investigating. You never know.
Oh, this
Anyway.
person lives on here. We're
So
gonna go
you
haunt
know
them.
the houses on Queen Victoria.
Yeah, all the people that live on Queen Victoria.
Yeah, I know.
we got.
So there's probably like 4 to 5 we do there. But mind you, we went
That's the
there,
worst
we
street,
started
too.
it's
Like,
the
I'm
worst
sorry.
street. Oh yeah,
That is the worst street known
because
to our
it's a
work
dead
situation.
end too.
It's the worst dead end too. It's not even like it's a roundabout.
No.
It's a square.
it's just straight to a stop, a halt. It's like, oh,
It's
you
a square.
must do
It's like you
a U-turn.
Good
to
luck.
leave.
Good luck though.
And we're hooked with a trailer,
this narrow ass street.
and it's so narrow. You're right, and it is so
It's
narrow.
so bad.
And
I don't
it's
know
just
how I pulled it
atrocious.
off the one time, but I was slightly impressed. I was sure.
Oh, I feel like I was
I knew
there.
I think you were there. I feel
Yeah,
like
I
you
was
were.
gonna say, I feel
think
like I
I
was
could have done
there.
it, but I was
Yeah.
like,
I
I'm gonna see
remember
if
him
Andrew
doing
can.
that. He just
He's so-
he's just so nice. He can actually
filthy with
drive
it.
that
He's filthy
shit.
with
I'm
it.
Like, I don't even have to worry about
No,
him
literally,
sometimes.
when he's driving, I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm just gonna keep scrolling on my phone.
When he asks for help, I'm like, bet.
When
yeah,
I'm in
it's
the
'cause
truck
it's
with,
just
I'd be like, he's like, and I'm blocking all these names out, but he's just dome. He's getting out the car, slamming that. Bro, oh
Okay.
my gosh. Sorry, continue.
But anyway, yeah. Ever since your termination, this business has been just seeming like a whole
I
circus.
love the first
to
day
me,
that
man.
I got
It's been
fired
seeming
too.
like a
You
whole
send a
circus.
picture of
Oh,
one of
yeah.
the mowers just
Yeah.
busted
Yeah.
from the guy.
It's been a whole show.
I didn't
Like,
even leave for one day and
Oh my
something
gosh.
broke.
When I say, okay, wait. When what we have been fighting for when you still had the job is somehow I'm getting.
Yeah.
I find that hilarious.
Yeah, everything I was fighting for, he's getting now. And I'm like,
I'm like,
this is illegal. Is this not illegal?
I'm like, at this point, he's got some sort of grudge against you because
He was just seeing,
Yo.
I think he was mad because I was seeing the flaws.
I think so.
I think he was annoyed that I was micromanaging
no,
and
but
I could tell
I think
tell
so.
what was going on.
I think so. I think he got upset that you were trying to micromanage his company. It's just that we were both like saying the same thing, but you were trying to just like help him a little more.
I was pushing
just
to help
noting
him.
these things down and just saying these. I'm like, even when like, because he was still talk about you and like your reasons being, I was like, yeah, what he was saying, I was also agreeing with it.
No, literally.
We were saying the points to you. I'm like, I don't know if you didn't like how aggressive he said, like he was talking. I even said that to him. I'm like, I don't know if you liked how, like, if it was aggressive in your opinion or something.
No.
Like, I don't know if you thought it was or something.
I don't know when I was ever like angry with the guy.
Your termination was not the real reason. Availability.
Availability is some bullshit.
Mind you, the days that he took off, I also took off. If he took a few more off than me, it was with reason.
With
Because
reason, and I tell him, bro.
The days we took off, it was due to the weather.
More often than not.
Yeah, literally due to the weather. I remember the last time there was a whole thunderstorm.
I have that video. I'll post it. I'll post it. And I'll show you guys what we were waking up to leave. We had our bags on, ready to go, and I said no.
We woke up to a whole thunderstorm. Actually, he knocked me up that day, and it was just like, my guy, look at this.
Yeah,
it was the most.
horrendous
downpour.
There's a literal lightning strike in the video, guys. There's a literal lightning strike. And then we were like, we're not going to work. We sit on the porch of our place.
We're just watching
and there was a literal lightning strike. Like, for like the next hour, we were just sitting there. Mind you, that's a whole hour to get to where we're supposed to be for work.
Yeah.
That's an hour into our trip. That's halfway through our trip, guys. We're only halfway done. And then he, what's it called? He goes, oh, I really needed you guys. Well, too bad. The thunderstorm kept going until 10 o'clock.
Mind you, we saw lightning strike us at least within like 50 meters.
Yeah,
of us.
it was so
close,
loud. He saw it visually. I just heard it. I just got down, bro.
I was full on.
I literally put my hand.
I saw that lightning strike.
Was so loud.
I stared at that shit as if I
traumatized.
saw like the like Jesus going down. I was like, because it was so close. I said, "Ain't no way."
No. It lit up the entire street. It was so
bright. That was like 5 minutes before we had to actually leave. I said, "I'm not leaving.
We're not leaving.
I'm not walking in a thunderstorm.
We walk with literal electrical towers above us.
Exactly. There's
in this giant field that has literally has electric. I swear to God, we would get struck, especially on boards or something, or simply just walking with an umbrella. I'm telling you now, we would probably got struck with lightning.
Yeah, our boss got mad at the fact, or upset at the fact.
Even
that
though that's a rule again in the employment standard that if it's under conditions of weather, and it's unsafe to go to work, you don't have to.
Yeah, and it was just the funny thing is that he got for it and I didn't. He's just picking favorites at this point because
just picking. Even though I do more of the work with.
Yeah, he like when. Specifically just need one person to choose out of everybody. He chooses this man the most.
I've done basically everything. Like everything that he knows, I know, but then I know a little bit more.
You know a little more beyond.
Like,
too.
And I got fired.
Make sense. Like, I'm so sorry. We can laugh about this now because it's just funny. Like, what?
We haven't had a time to actually talk about it like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in this email, I'm like, you are not seeing what I'm seeing. You're not seeing what AI is seeing. You're not seeing what everybody else is seeing.
But he was mad at all that, explaining all that into the truck. This is probably like a couple of days ago. This conversation was.
Mm-hmm.
So he was just talking about those reasons to me.
I got fired on the 26th.
And then like this
it's
morning,
the 30th.
This morning when he picked me up from the station, he was just like, "Oh, I appreciate. He was just thanking me for coming in today because today was an optional day. I didn't even have to come in today. I came in today, and I should not have. I'm not gonna lie. I will never take up another Friday as long as this.
If
business,
it's optional, yeah.
exactly. No, as long
Hell
as
no,
this
I'm
is going
surprised
on,
you did. I wouldn't have.
Bro, I was like, I don't know.
I'm
what I
not
was
getting
thinking.
paid enough.
I was like,
Hell no.
I was like thinking the money. I'll need the extra money, but for the work that
I mean, you
did
just did
today,
put in 11 hours. You're gonna feel it.
Yeah.
You're gonna love to see it.
I'm love
weeks.
to see the pay, but damn.
Yeah.
The work that I did specifically today, I was like, I would never
do it again.
No.
No, his Queen Victoria is literally backbreaking.
Oh, but the funny thing is that the one house on Queen Victoria where you can't get the stand up there?
Yeah.
We got the stand up there.
Yo. Because of legends, bro. Of course it happens when I now work. I'm gone. But turn up for them. How?
Yeah, let me explain.
And it's like a steep hill. Like this is a 90-degree angle, guys. What? How did you do this?
Now the secret is we did not. You think we went up that? We went up to the neighbor's side. So we went up to the neighbor's side and was on that, and he was looking for a way. We're both looking for a way. He was trying to like fit in between like two trees that was almost like the width of the stander.
Oh.
I was like, I looked to the left. I'm like, come over here.
Oh.
He was like, okay, yeah. He just nodded to me. He goes through. He fits right through. I said,
You did that whole thing on the stander?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I said, I can't believe I seen the day. The standard. I actually thanked the Lord that time. I said because if we didn't
Lord
get the standard
Jesus.
up there, guess who would have done? Guess who would have had to do that backyard?
You.
Me. Me.
I love how we both just go, yeah.
Walking,
you.
just looking like
It is so.
you look. Oh yeah, looking like it.
We already said the names.
Yeah.
The way he walks is so funny.
I would have been looking like him because the way I would have been speed rushing that thing because
Bro,
you
you
know how
have
much
to speed
time
rush
that
thing.
takes?
You have to speed rush through it, bro.
And the funny thing
It's like
is,
at least 1,000 steps to
and
do
the
that
funny thing
entire
is
backyard.
Today, even if I did do that backyard myself, that house wasn't even the longest house we did today.
What did you guys do that was longer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
yeah.
all I can say. Just yeah.
Yeah.
The last house was the longest house we did today.
Oh my
The
gosh.
last one. Now let me explain real quick. I know I'm going all over the place
Who
right now,
cares?
but at the last house, it was on Glen Road. Do you know his Glen houses? Glen
No.
Road? Okay, it's the really
Oakville?
right beside. No. It's
Okay.
right beside.
Go to another city as well.
It's literally right beside the school, that intersection with a big red stop sign. But like instead of going,
Oh,
it's like,
Lauren.
no, it's like a dead end road ish too. But like there's a few there's like 3. It's big properties. There's a little pond back there too.
Oh,
One of
like the one
houses-
where that big fish, like there we did with and them blowing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Another.
Okay,
street.
that house, and then there was another one where like Daniel just standards or walkers everything, right?
Mhm.
Like the like big backyard and like a pool, whatever.
Mhm.
Anyway, that was the very last house we did. This man,
We have to like breathe to explain this guy's stupidity.
because it's so much.
It's so
just
bad.
much. Okay. Daniel's on the walker. Mind you, I actually only used the standard twice today.
Mm.
Only twice. I was like, okay, whatever. Anyway. I'm
Still,
not
you got to use it.
I
bro.
know, I know.
I never used it.
That is true.
With that guy, especially with I never used
But
it.
at that house, it would have been perfect for him to walk her the back, me to stand her the front.
Mhm.
And then he's just like, no, I'll do everything. I was just like, okay, I'm not even going to fight him. I don't care. I just want
No.
to leave at this point.
No,
So
makes sense.
I'm trimming everywhere. The whole place I trim.
Especially when it's big, it
And
just feels so
yes.
draining.
You don't know how much music, because like I was
Dude
doing
went
music all
through
the time.
18 songs.
I listened to a whole album that I shouldn't have.
Oh
I
my.
didn't think I was gonna get through a whole album. Polo G.
Damn.
When it was Polo G's album, it was.
Shout it out.
Yeah, Polo G. Honestly, I'm about to look it up right now.
I don't really listen to Polo G very much. We'll get to the music taste for this week. Music for this week is a segment. What is the music?
because I'm just looking
We'll get
up the
into
album
that.
just for time's sake, just
Yeah.
to show you how long.
It tells you how long
An
the.
hour and a half.
Oh.
And that was, I was barely into it.
Oh, is it the one with the
at
green one?
first.
Let me see.
Yeah, it was this one.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
That one. Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, yeah.
His Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame is Hall of Fame 2.0. That was an hour and a half, mind you. When we got to that house, I was barely into it. Oh,
I thought I recognized the song. Sorry.
Yeah. Finished that whole album at that house. Mind you, I obviously
Damn.
didn't start it, but it
You
was
listened to
probably
the whole
like an
album.
hour.
That's crazy.
Yes, yeah, I do, yeah.
Weird.
You think Gabri?
Listen to the whole album is just like, I don't know.
We,
I need a mix in the music, bro. But continue.
Well, sometimes we listen on shuffle, but like if I want to listen to an album, yeah, I'm gonna listen to an album.
That's why you got like 1,800 downloads probably in that thing.
Yeah.
It's
Well, anyway, we'll get
crazy.
into that different time. But
It's
that house, I'm trimming all over the place. Okay,
and it's
Even
draining,
this,
bro.
man,
like trimming is draining, bro.
it's draining.
It's like it's
and
just
they're just like, just literally holding the thing. Just
what pisses me off is when you smack it and it shoots out.
Oh,
and there's
yeah.
Nothing like you're like,
dog. You know how many times I launched at myself?
yeah, it hurts
I launched
too.
at the
Yeah.
inside of my foot.
Mm.
If I can show you out of the camera, I don't know. Show the camera. Like basically here, but on my right foot, and it hurt. I launched a rock at that region. I almost went down for the count. I also got stung or bit by something under my right eye. My right eyelid.
Bro, I don't.
eyelid.
Yo, if I ever lose my eyesight, I'm actually just gonna say
I got
kill me.
stung or bit by something.
Like,
I
just
said,
don't want to
"Ain't
live
no way."
anymore.
I don't know what it was.
Was your
All
eye
I saw-
swollen?
There was just a small
Wow.
bump there, though.
A mosquito,
See
maybe.
it, but I
You're
was like,
sweating, bro.
No, I know because of this negative. He's talking about this is making me work up a sweat, bro.
Guy's breaking calories over here,
Yes.
bro.
Because thinking about the work was so.
I bet, bro. You work till 7.
I worked till
I was
7.
concerned on when you were getting home. I wasn't actually, but
Okay, now what made it even worse at that house was the homeowner came out.
oh my gosh,
then when
bro.
the
When the
homeowner
homeowner
came
comes
out,
out, you just like,
you're
oh,
just
you're
like-
just adding to this bullshit. Especially the last house. This is the last.
As
Oh, that's criminal.
no other homeowner came out for any other house except her, and it was the last house. I said, "Ain't no way she wants something
Bro,
special done."
don't even be
And mind you,
talking
I'm
to
at
me.
the furthest back corner possible, so now I'm walking across the whole field.
Because
I'm
speak English.
don't
You have
speak
to
English.
f***ing go.
and on the walker, and even him walking that whole yard takes a long time.
bro, I
Still,
know. Did you bag it and stuff or no? Thank God.
if we had to bag that property, I
Thank
might have
God.
almost probably just like call it for the day.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have been like, "Yeah, no, drop me off. I'm
Yeah.
not bagging this whole that place."
No,
would have
that's-
taken
that's-
up,
that's
like,
work.
A whole patio,
That's work,
like
yeah.
A whole like.
That is work.
Anyway, she wanted all of the ivy that was growing around the perimeter, cut off, just gone, and like around
Bro,
stuff.
we're here to cut
Ivy.
lawns.
I'm like ivy.
Poison
she said
ivy?
No, like just.
I was gonna. You're saying ivy like it's.
Because she described it
Should
as
touch
ivy.
this,
She
touch
described
it.
it. She described it as ivy.
Ivy,
So
yeah,
I'm just saying
yeah.
ivy. So, mind you know how big the property is, and she wants me to.
Yeah, all those houses are
all
huge on that street.
along the perimeter.
Oh, we got lights turning off. Okay.
All along the perimeter.
At least I can
of
see
this.
myself now
Oh,
through
that's
the
true.
reflection.
I got a whole door.
You got a whole door, yeah.
I was like, on the inside, I wanted to shoot something. I wanted to shoot something, somebody.
And
'cause I'm like this. And then I'm just there.
Damn,
I'm
where'd
like-
you get that? Oh my god. just shooting the ground.
And then
just-
I'm just like, yeah,
Rah,
sure,
ah.
whatever. I'm looking around. I'm like, ain't no way. I'm about to cut ivy all along this perimeter line. I'm going in the depths of corners, just cutting everything. This took so long. And you know what the funny thing was? Still wasn't even done cutting.
Oh my gosh.
That's how long this house took.
Damn.
Yes, bro.
Didn't the ivy get like wrapped around the trimmer though at the head of it? Like
No, she's describing the ivy as like little weeds and stuff that like.
that's a job can do. It's called weeding. Weeds, fertilizing. I
Weeds
don't know what
and
it's
stuff.
called actually. But like
It
weeds.
is like
You're
ivy
pulling weeds.
still because it's like the leaf is shaped like a leaf. I don't know what it is. It's
Still.
still.
But that's something
Apparently,
that's
she was
not cutting
saying-
lawns, bro. That's
No.
not in your
That's
job
different.
description.
She was saying how this is the management part now. I'm talking about with his flaw, that she emailed about it, that she wanted that done. So that's not her fault, right? So now that's not her fault. That is
John's fault.
'Cause
What?
We did not get
What? He's at fault for something? Crazy.
So now I'm like, wow. He didn't even let us know. All he did this morning.
He
before
doesn't
we
let
left
anybody know, bro. He doesn't
was
listen.
like, oh, okay, I'm gonna add these houses to your list, and then he's going name by name. It's just like, oh wait,
Do you
I
know
forgot
this
to
person?
add this one.
You know this
I'm like,
person?
oh, nice. And even when we left, he still had to come back and see us because the bomber that we had, the bomber's just like one of the smaller mowers.
Smaller mowers. Bomber 30 stander.
Yeah.
Stander you stand and ride on. Bombers are small push mowers. A 30 is a push mower, but it's a 30-inch blade. And then we have a walker, which you sit on, and you drive it around. That's the terminology you were using.
Yeah, those are good. Real quick.
So,
yeah, the bomber that we had was not the one that we usually have. It was one of those, the pull string one that was hooked onto the
to the thing.
metal itself,
Yeah,
the thing
and you
itself.
have to keep the
thing
whole thing
down, right?
to idle.
But,
It's
like,
stupid.
Yeah. So that one
Was that the ones that broke? Was it one that you?
I want to say
That's crazy.
I want to say one of the bombers he broke. Yeah, it was one of those.
Wow.
Ones. Not the one I was using, but like
He was so eager to because he doesn't like to push the thing because all of the mowers have a self-propulsion system, so like
not the one I had.
Oh,
that's the
you
problem.
had that one.
So
bro.
now
I know what you're talking about.
I didn't have that one. And then I was like, why is
and it's super loose too,
yes.
right? Yes.
And then I'm like,
hated
what
that
the
one.
Frick? And I'm like, the group chat would just me and yeah.
He's making group chats for everybody, bro. He made group chats for me and him.
And he called it Team 1.
Wow.
I'm like, this man
shit.
wants to
Leveling up now, guys. Fuck.
I'm really laughing at the fact that he's doing all of this when you leave. And I'm
not mad because I got another job.
I know.
So. One even closer to home and all of that. So.
Anyway, he's just like, I just realized that you guys have like one of the wrong bombers. I'm like, okay, good. I'm like, at least he noticed that because I was going to call him after because I'm like, you think I'm using that bomber for the day?
Yeah,
no.
That bomber's trash.
Equipment's trash.
All
Even
the equipment is trash.
Pulling it, it starts, I rev it, shuts off. Pull it,
Which one did you use?
I rev it, shut off. What do you mean?
Which one did you use?
The trimmer?
Yeah.
Like our own trimmers. And one of
his
trimmers. So one of them had the black string, one of them had the orange string. So like,
because
even still.
One that was pissing me off, that one of his trimmers, bro, it's the big bulked one, like the red, like the maroon one.
Oh yeah, we don't use that one. Yeah.
Bro, that. the day that was, bro. You know the day that he took me to Oakville and said I'm gonna do all that by myself?
Yeah.
Is the day I was using that trimmer and I actually wanted to throw that thing. Like I almost got to the point that I was just gonna chuck it and be like, I'm so over this.
You gotta explain what you're going through.
You pull it goes and it just dies. And I'm like, okay, no worries. There might be something up.
Yeah.
I'm ripping it. I feel like I'm at this point getting to that level. I'm like, what is happening? It doesn't even want to stay
you
on.
To question, you're like, you know what? Maybe.
But the worst part about it too is when it's on and you hold it, like you know how like when you first pull the trigger, it has a high rev point. So it goes like, it'll do that and then it'll stay because if you hold it, it'll stay continuous at the high RPMs.
Yeah.
It slowly starts to die. You hear it, bro. It'll go, and it just turns off.
God.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
No, that would
and it
actually,
just kept going. I said, I'm
piss
gonna throw
me off.
this. Yes.
Oh,
the only way it stayed continuously on was if I flipped it over and I was precision trimming it. That was the only way it would stay on.
Are you serious?
Yes, and I'm like, something's wrong with the fuel line or something. I don't know what. I don't know how was just keep using it like.
Yeah, you're right. I remember that because he would be able to use it just fine.
Just fine. I don't get what was going on.
But the thing is, he knows his own whack equipment.
Yes.
So he knows how to handle the thing.
To hold it properly.
Or like, no, not even properly, because if you're holding it properly, it'll
should
shut off.
It should be. It should not shut off. That's actually what it is.
Exactly. So he knows how to hold it irregularly.
So
that
it runs smooth for him.
Smoothly for him. Yeah, exactly.
No, it doesn't. And I was getting, dude. I was nearly through the thing. I was so fed up with it. And all I was doing the whole day was just trimming and using the bomber. And then the bomber had no self-propulsion, and I was getting even more frustrated with that. And that 90-degree angled hill like this, and I have to somehow keep the bomber from falling off it. And you can see the lines are like this. I'm like, damn, that was terrible. Oh and it's just, yes.
Dog, yes.
Like,
where even was I? With today.
This whole week.
The whole week.
The whole week, man. It's been so weird.
Because I think this man's trying to like kiss my ass for you to stay.
Oh
'cause,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
mentioning,
absolutely.
like,
That's absolutely
I
what he's
even
doing.
mentioned like
That's absolutely what
a
he's
double
doing.
raise within a month. Basically, I'll just
Yeah.
mention it. Yeah, he's talking about a double raise for me within a month. I was like, okay.
And I asked for a simple raise,
Yes.
and I never got it.
We
I got
the funny thing is
fired.
that we both asked for it at the same time.
Yes, and I got
and then
fired.
He got fired, and then he's giving me a $2 raise.
And I'm going to a new company who's already gonna give me to start off with that $2
Start off
raise.
with that, and I'm like,
I was like, why did
okay.
you just give it to me? And so, end of all this, I got another job. Literally, was it the same day that I got fired, or the next day?
I
think it was the next day. Next day or 2 days, yeah, something like that. That I got another job that I start next Monday, guys.
Hey, congratulations, because you got out of that.
We wanted to get out of that so bad.
Yep.
And then literally, I was so close because I was texting you, and the only reason I answered that phone call was because I was up texting you.
Yeah.
I was nearly gonna just go back to bed.
Understand. From earlier in the week, I was like, getting exhausted after like the Monday, the Tuesday, and even just talking with like my girl and you about
my
asking
girl.
me only
No names to be said,
no names,
but
no names, just privacy. I was like, the only way I would stay with is if I got a raise of like at least $2 to like
and
24,
now you're at
and
it.
now it's at it, and
And
I'm
you're
just
like,
damn, he actually did it. I'm like, wait,
no, not
but is
yet,
it, like,
not
well,
yet.
not yet, but like, is it still worth it? Like, this is still like. Man,
And I said to him, I'm gonna work.
like,
I'm gonna bust my ass off for my 30 days that I'm on probation, that I can refer him because it's guys,
I'd benefit
2
a whole of a lot
hours
more.
to 44 minutes.
Yep.
2 hours. Got home at
I got home at 8:30.
8:30. You were done at 7.
Done at 7, yeah.
But everything was smooth. You hit the Clarkson train. You hit the Barry train.
Yes,
so everything was.
everything was smooth.
If you take TTC,
Okay,
that's another
yeah.
hour.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the 2 hour. It's about an hour 45 to 2 hours, regardless.
Yeah.
And I would say travel time, wait time. Sorry, it's gonna add up to 2 hours. Excuse me.
Yes, man. That's why
It's treacherous.
It ranges from an hour and a half to 2
It's
hours.
treacherous.
Because it can't stuff delays, man. This
Stuff is
TTC.
delayed.
delays, man. Come on.
can be slow. We had a problem, and we were only going one station, guys, for the TTC. There was someone so angry at 6 a.m. one time. Now I have another job. Now I am so grateful for this. Oh
You
my
got
gosh,
out.
I got out.
This was just a blessing for you.
It was really a blessing. Everything just fell into
They
place.
say one door closes, another one opens.
Literally
It
that.
did.
Literally that. All right, cut back from
All
break.
right.
Next, we're gonna talk about is a song of the week. You know, we have to put aside shenanigans.
Yeah, we'll
Don't
talk
worry,
about
there's
that
more
next
stories to
time.
come.
Yep.
We're just gonna continue, but you know, I just want to say song of the week. I feel like when we worked at that job,
I mean, I still
music
work it, but yeah.
and podcasting were really the only thing that was getting me through a day. Like, without my AirPods, I think I would probably go clinically insane.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Music
Without
or
music
exactly, just
or
listening,
something,
Yeah.
would it's these things are literally a lifesaver. Like, like I wear these. They are my babies. I go everywhere with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's your song of the week?
Yeah, with me being a music junkie, and I'd be listening to
He listens
various
to
types of like
so many
genres and all that. If you think
So
I'd be
many.
like, I'd be listening to a lot. Honestly, my song of the week,
Mm.
I don't think a lot of people know this. You wouldn't even know this. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm not knowing it.
It's called "Me Alright."
Me alright.
Yes.
I'm trying to say it in the best Jamaican
By-
accent I got.
By Chronix. Some people may know. By
We'll post
Chronix.
it on.
But yeah,
We'll add it right here. Jack, add it right here.
"Me Alright."
Right here.
That song, reggae.
Mm-hmm.
And it's honestly just the song that's been getting me through the week. Uplifting.
It's
very
uplifting.
joyous, yeah.
You know, we would
It's-
play it, but because of copyright,
Yeah.
we're not going to. But please listen to your discretion. Hope it's
It would
a
be
banger.
It was literally the first.
Maybe
song
we
in
can
the
play like
morning.
5 seconds of it, Jack. If you can place like 5 seconds of it, please do. But if you can't,
Don't
Big
want it.
deal.
It's all right. I literally played that song at the start of the morning a couple of times this week.
Mhm.
It just started off my day.
yeah.
It starts off my day honestly a lot.
I feel like I gotta get like a song as a ringtone for the morning. I feel like these
Yeah,
Apple
'cause
ringtones really
yeah.
just suck.
You really
They're
got to
just like,
set the song.
wake the up. Like they're so like
I'd be
extra.
I'd be waking up to songs.
Yeah, I gotta wake up to
Extra? Yeah.
songs, bro. I
Yeah,
can't be
man.
waking up to no like bullshit
Waking up
ringtones
to
at Apple.
PTSD and trauma. No, but
Waking up to a military drill.
Oh.
First thing, attention! Get up and salute. I had to, I had to do this right away.
Yeah, but what's been your song of the
My
week?
song of the week? I think my song of the week, Down by the River.
Really? You
that,
really?
that song that I listened to on the radio.
Oh my gosh, that has me so happy. What do you mean, actually?
Yes.
Way down by
By
the
the
river.
river. Copyright.
Anyway.
We can only say so much, but
I can tell you who that's by. That's by Morgan Heritage right there.
yes, sir. You got that. Post it. Put it right here for Jack. Jack,
Right
put it right
there.
here. Yes.
Really, from the moment you heard it,
I heard
in
it.
that
I said, bro,
shot,
that's a good song.
you
and then
gotta realize that song.
Spotify
a lot of-
DJ is what I use.
Mhm.
He has put it on every single time I've clicked that.
Actually,
Yes. I'm
really.
like,
Let me
it's
tell
got to
you,
be a
you're
number
playing
one
a
song
reggae-
right
you're
now.
Playing a reggae classic that a
Mhm.
lot of Caribbean will
See,
know. A
we're
lot of
listening
people
to
would
we're
know.
listening to the same thing this
Yeah.
week. But like, yeah, I don't know why, but it's Down by the River was just the song of the week for me. Got through
So we're both
some
our songs
hardship
of the
at the
week were
earlier
both-
of the week, and
I
then
love how both of our songs are in the reggae.
we're literally brothers, bro. He doesn't realize we were
I
brothers.
feel like I put you on that. Though.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
I was because I asked what the song was in the truck because even the radio had it. Mind you. Okay, that's a whole nother thing we need to talk about.
Yeah.
Radio stations.
Oh,
Why are we playing the same songs?
I know you're loving Birds of a Feather.
Every single time I get in the truck after a house, it's the same three songs.
Birds of a Feather.
Birds of a Feather.
Luther.
Espresso. God dang. Espresso.
Espresso. Luther.
What's Luther? Oh, for Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick and SZA.
Yeah.
Why am I forgetting them?
Dog, I swear there's nothing else.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Like, what is the station? Can we shout them out for a second? 98.1 CHFI
Yeah,
Virgin Radio. I don't know
Virgin
what it
Radio,
is.
yeah.
Please
Virgin
mix it up.
Radio.
Mix it up.
Your music.
Please. I shouldn't be
every-
hearing the same song driving to the next house, which is 5 minutes away.
I know, right? And then you get back into the truck after doing the house, and the same song plays again.
And
You're
you're
just
like,
like, wait, it's
did
just
I
only
not
been
just
like
hear this?
20 to 30 minutes later, and the same song is
If
playing
that.
again.
If that.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly. If that too.
Sometimes it's even like sooner. I swear it's even sooner. We'll
Honestly,
still
yeah.
be sitting, and then it's like, do birds of a feather. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. I started to hate that song, bro.
That's
I
like
have it in my
drowning out.
I have it in my playlist. Every single time it comes on, it's an immediate
Oh, yeah,
skip.
same.
Billy, don't get me wrong. You're beautiful. You got the best voice, probably one of the best voices out there. Your music is top tier. Birds of a Feather is only the reason why I'm not listening to it is because of the radio.
Honestly, the radio
Like-
is like a blessing and a curse for artists because it's a good
It's
way
a great
get
way to make
promoted,
money. Oh my gosh, they make
But
bank
wow,
through that.
Whatever song you put on there will get sick.
It just
We'll
gets
get sick of it.
saturated.
Honestly, yeah.
It's just over. You know, it's washed, bro. Birds of a Feather is washed. I'm sorry. And
That's
you
the
just
curse
you
of
ruined
radios.
such a good song
That's
too.
the curse of
like,
radios. That's honestly the curse
like,
of radios. Like,
and one thing I
really.
don't want to become a producer about, and then giving my title to a
Yeah,
radio
a
station and
radio
be like, you can play this 400,000 times in one day, like,
and then yeah, they'll slowly like obviously.
and then
like,
it'll get so
stop, but,
oversaturated
like,
and die. And stop when, bro? It seems like
stopped
this is a curse.
Too long. They
It-
take they wait
they
too
take
long.
3 years,
Yeah.
4 years for it to get off the tracks. Mix it up. There's so many songs out there they could be using and they don't, bro.
Exactly.
And you know what the worst part too? That's the other thing. I feel like music nowadays, music in the film industry is falling, right?
Oh, there has to
But
be
at the
like
same
so many
time-
artists using AI.
Yeah, but I feel like we're all the good music was back when we were younger,
Oh, 100%.
and they've sold all the rights to their music.
Oh yeah.
So you just hear remixes on remixes on
'Cause,
remixes.
Like, Dochi's
I won't be surprised.
You know, Dochi's anxiety obviously
Yeah.
receives like a backlash because it sounds like the other song. I
Exactly.
don't know the song, but
It's just
Yeah.
they sell the rights to it, and
yeah.
then for money,
We're
and
just
then
straight
you
up,
hear
like-
a freaking. Next, you're probably gonna hear espresso and Birds of a Feather mixed together.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like, what the hell are we listening
Like,
to? This
we're
mashup.
getting- like it's so mashup now. Like the music industry mashup.
It's-
so mashup. Oh my gosh. Like
The radio station is one thing that drives me mad. Like, Thank God.
Dochi's Anxiety is actually
But
on the
these-
radio. That's another one. No, we keep hearing it.
Is it? Which one is it?
Anxiety. You know? Her anxiety.
Anxiety. Oh. I'm like, wait, what? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
You know,
I
now you
fucking
know.
hate that song. I'm sorry.
I honestly.
My
that's the only-
anxiety.
If I'm being honest, that is the only part of the song I like.
Yeah, no, literally.
I'm just like,
There's
okay,
another.
that's the
isn't
only
like
part I bumped to.
something pony one too that was always playing.
What?
Some pony song. I'm gonna figure it out. Jack, put it in here when I figure it out.
All I'm thinking is My Little Pony.
That's
something.
not it. Play My Little Pony on
My
an
Little
adult station is not happening.
Imagine
Imagine
though,
you driving and you hear My Little Pony. I would
honestly-
actually die, bro. I'd be like, now you deserve to be canceled. I'm gonna call them one day and be like, can we please switch up the music?
Yeah.
But yeah,
So.
song of the week was you gotta say it again.
Alright.
Be Alright, and mine was Down by the River.
By the river.
Everybody take a listen to them. They're not ours.
Mm-hmm.
We have no right to them. But yeah, take a listen. I hope that our music taste can inspire some of you guys too. I kind of listen to music based on feeling. Some people do it based on genre, or
Yeah.
I do it more based on emotion.
You do.
I give it
Yeah. I
how
well,
the song makes me feel as if I will listen to it. You know.
I have my moments where like definitely like my music is based on my emotion and how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm more versatile.
Like,
as,
do
like
you
how
you
it
s-
sounds.
you
too.
say
Like,
you
I-
have you listen to a whole playlist today, but do you
like
have
a whole album.
album?
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
but do
yeah.
you have playlists for specific feelings? Like for me, I have like pump up for rap. I
No,
have my
I-
R&B chill.
okay,
I have
yes.
my Lost in Thought is what I call it in my playlist, but that's like my basically like ambient music. It's like no
Okay.
words.
I
You know?
did that when I used to have Spotify.
Yes, Apple user, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm an Apple
freaking
Music
loser.
user. I know.
Spotify better.
on my
On
Apple
top.
Music account, I only separate my music by genre now. I might do that like again, cause like splitting it by like feeling and all that, just because like it does like matter.
I
'cause
don't
I'd be
know. I
feeling
just
differently.
Yeah, like I feel
And
like if I'm
like,
gonna
I
listen to
know-
rap, I want to be in a way of like
Yeah.
listening to rap. I'm not trying to lie in bed and be blasting
Yeah, 'cause,
Polo
like-
G in my ears, bro. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to go to bed and I'm hearing freaking pop smoke going out.
I know. It's just the way that how I like organize it. I know what music to put on to what I'm feeling and what I like. How I
Yeah.
wanna feel it. So today I was just like, let me just listen to this whole album, because me and Gabri we share like what albums we listen to throughout the day. So today that Polo G one. A Rod Wave one, yes. I know, I'm a Rod
He
Wave
loves
fan.
Rod
I'm a
Wave,
Rod
guys.
fan.
Big
Yes.
Rod Wave fan. You're a huge Rod Wave fan, bro. It's all
Yes.
good.
Yes.
We love
Anyway.
music. It doesn't matter.
And again, that Polo G album I should not have finished it, but that was anyway. We're done with that.
More to come with that guy.
Just a bunch of variety of artists I listen to. Honestly, it may even be more than you.
Oh, absolutely. You listen to
Yeah.
way more music than I
Yeah,
do. Oh my gosh. I couldn't no. There's no way. You listen to way more. You have especially you have a good way of like listening to the lyrics and you can speak the lyrics. I
Yeah.
cannot. I suck at
I
rapping.
am a singer. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna sing as much. I probably just did, and I just didn't even
But
clock
he's
it.
like, yeah,
But,
but you say the lyrics word for word. If
Yeah,
I try to do it, I can say some lyrics word for
Mhm.
word, but those are like usually engraved.
It's
in
literally
my
because
head.
like music for me started off like in the feelings for sure, especially just like how like my living situation was, just living with like family, with living
No,
with
no, no.
them. Like,
With a
it started
story
with
that
them and
people
just,
will
like,
find out
music
eventually,
was the
yeah.
way for me to just like drown out the problems that was just going on that I couldn't like do much
Unfortunately.
for. You know, just all that.
That's how it
So
has to be
That's just
sometimes.
how it started, and
Yeah.
honestly, that's how the music of like, unfortunately, Rod Wave came into play.
Yeah, but
it
it's
doesn't
just part of
matter
a genre.
because
It's
just
not
part of
really
a
like
genre.
that's
It's
just
not
how
like-
it is. If people like Rod Wave because they like Rod Wave's music, bro, you can't be. It's not your fault that he's
It
pressed.
doesn't.
Like, it's your fault. You're depressed.
It's my fault.
And people, if you're gonna blame you for listening to Rod Wave because you're depressed, okay, and like you don't listen to depressing music.
It doesn't fucking matter.
You know?
I'm not ashamed that I listen to it. This is for Gabri.
Yeah,
honestly,
Gabri, listen to this. You're Chris Brown, horny motherfucker, bro.
Too horny.
It's freaky
Every
music.
album, you know what's so funny?
Bro,
He made
freak
me
offs.
listen to an album the other day. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pull it up.
No,
You know
pull
how
it up.
long the album was? He made me listen to.
Mind you,
I'm
Gabri
guessing.
also does landscaping as well with us.
Yeah, so that's why
not
we've
with us,
also
but like
been like
he does landscaping, so he also does the music.
that's why we've been comparing like music because we're both like listen to a lot of music.
Does he use? No, he uses Spotify. He uses Spotify.
So anyway, I want you to guess how long the
2
album
hours.
was.
That's what I'm gonna go. Oh, my
2
eye
hours?
is itchy.
You know what? You kind of close.
2 hours?
Try 3 hours and 18
Fuck.
minutes. You know what it was? Heartbreak on a Full Moon Deluxe.
Oh my God! By who?
Chris Brown.
What? What? How long are each song? 4 minutes?
No, you know the thing is, each song was like kind of like short. They were each like 2 minutes until
How many
about
songs
halfway.
are there, bro?
Until about halfway.
Oh.
And then you see 3 minutes, 4 minutes for each one. And how much songs were there? 57.
Jesus Christ. What the are you doing with your
57.
time, bro?
57.
I mean, landscaping,
It's
I guess.
landscaping. But the fact that I got through this album in 2 days because one, I could have gotten it through a day, but I cannot listen to Chris the whole day. No,
3
for
hours
3
of my day.
hours. I'm so sorry.
I don't even know if I have a. Like I said, I don't even know if I have a song in my playlists that with Chris Brown, guys. Hate me, please, please. I don't have a Chris Brown song at all in my playlist.
There's
I don't
no
listen to
way
that free.
No.
No,
At least one.
no. I
Really?
searched it up. No, I have 0 Chris Brown songs. I barely have Drake, and I live in this guy's city.
Actually,
I don't listen to that.
I got Drake. I got Chris. I got Rod the Wave. I got Polo G. I mean, the list where you can just go on and on. I'm not gonna go on.
I have a few Drake songs, but one Drake song that I can actually like, my top will never beat Drake. First of all, it's because it's not your beat. Second of all, you were featured with some pretty cool rappers. Never Recover, featuring Gunna, Lil Baby, and Drake.
Really?
Best
That's one of your best
Drake
that's your
song.
favorite song?
The beat, the way he had his flow, everything in that song was crisp. Never, I don't think there's a song that can beat Drake in that. Like, I genuinely think that's how fast Drake should be singing. His songs now are all like, "Baby girl,
You're not liking.
you know what
You're not
I
liking
wanna
the.
do.
What did Kendrick say?
My life is so boring, yeah." And everybody's like, "Oh my God, it's Drake!" Ah! Like, it's like, relax. Like,
but like
he's just
remember
weird.
what Kendrick says? So you like
Kendrick
you got
is
the
so
opposite
much
view of-
better. Bro,
You got
I'm
the opposite
sorry.
view of Kendrick. Kendrick's saying we don't like Drake when he acts tough. We like Drake at the melodies.
I don't like Drake with his
You're
melodies.
not liking Drake at the
I don't even like
melodies.
Drake when he acts tough. I don't like Drake.
Oh my god.
He's gonna see this video and hate me. Oh, I'm sorry, my boy. I'd love to meet you in person. I think you'd be a cool guy.
And now but after you just
But
dissed him.
nigga, I can't stand your music now. Your old music was good, bro. Hotline Bling. You used to call me on my cell phone. Like, bro, those were bangers, bro. Look Alive. Oh my gosh,
Look Alive.
that old
Honestly,
nostalgia.
you know what I hear on the radio that I still don't mind
901,
ish?
shall
Nice
we
for
drive?
what?
I don't even know if I said those right. Don't quote me on the songs. I mean, lyric.
What were you even singing?
Look Alive.
Like-
Is it 901 Shelby something? Look Alive, look Alive.
I haven't heard that song in a hot
copyright, so I'm not gonna finish the rest of the song.
They're singing this song. We're trying to get monetized for this.
I said copyright. I'm not finishing the rest of the song. I know the beat, but I'm not finishing the rest of the song. So, but yeah,
But
he.
and it's so funny because I refuse to say that I listen to Drake even though it's there and he's still somehow.
I mean,
my
I'm not
top
saying I
5.
don't listen to the guy, but it's not like it's a. I'm not a heavy
I refuse
active
to
listener.
say that he's in my top 5, and he somehow gets there
Oh,
every
yeah.
time. And I'm just like,
I mean, I
how?
think he's paying these to just have
I
his.
want to say so because
just have
I'm
his
like,
name
I'm not
posted.
actively listening to him, not even on the daily.
No.
I'm not like I don't actively go to a Drake album.
No.
I actually don't.
Supposedly
Not
he's
really
doing
too
OVO
much.
Fest though this summer.
Oh, actually,
I don't know what that is.
Oh, then it might pop by. I like
I
how
don't
we're
know
both
what
dissing him.
Yeah.
And then
I
we
don't know
say
what
this
OVO Fest is. I might try and go check it out. But it's gonna be there's tickets and stuff you have to buy. It's not like it's a actual
Watch
festival.
the tickets be like $600.
Oh, they're gonna be like $1,000 for a ticket. I'm
God.
like,
There was I saw a post on IG.
I don't think it'll be as bad as Taylor Swift.
How much were those? Thousands, right? There were thousands.
Oh, I think it was like I swear I saw one for like $10,000.
I was gonna
Who's
say, I
dropping
saw a
10
post.
bands?
I don't know. What
20.
the
I
event
swear there was more than that, but
I don't know what the event was, but I saw a post on IG that tickets were being sold for like tens of thousands of dollars, and I'm just like, who is paying money for this?
for
man?
one day, not even a day, bro. 3 hours.
Exactly, 3 hours are most, and I would be pissed to actually stay for longer than 3
You
hours.
just put down a whole down payment for a house to get a ticket. I don't know if it's a down payment for a house, especially in this economy, but
gosh.
10
But-
grand, that's over someone's tuition here
Question,
for a
though.
one piece of paper. Not even, it's a digital form now.
I know. Who would you want to see in concert though?
Who would I want to see in concert between Drake or Kendrick?
No. No. Wait.
I thought that's where you're going. I said, that's not even
What kind
close.
of a question is that you're
That's
about to
like,
say?
huh?
I'm talking just in general. What kind of artists would you want to see in concert?
I haven't. Okay, who do I want to see? I gotta say, I want to see NLE Choppa. You guys got to see him when he opened for Chris Brown. I didn't buy any
I
tickets
did
for
not.
Chris Brown.
I did not.
Oh,
You're-
you didn't
yeah,
go,
I did
right?
not
I
go.
forgot.
I was gonna say you're not referring.
Bro, didn't go to the Chris Brown song or concert. Sorry, but yes, supposedly NLE opened for Chris Brown. So I was like, remember? Do you remember in Pond where I was like, what? No.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Gabri, what? No, because NLE had opened for Chris Brown, and one of my favorite songs, it stays true to me. NLE, Narrow Road, bro. That
Narrow
song
Road.
has brought me to my tears, bro. Like it has.
You wanna
Narrow
give a
Road
little-
is a very very
give a little
true.
lore to that if you want.
That is a later down the
Little
road
down the
lore,
line.
but
Okay,
yes,
okay,
know
we'll save
that
that for later.
Narrow Road is one of the songs that like is always. I don't play it often, but when I do, it's like it has the deepest meaning to me.
Yeah.
But Gabri told me that he had played that song at the concert, and I was in my room of my residence, and mind you, it was what, like 12 at night.
This was
like everybody was
definitely
definitely
midnight,
asleep.
definitely
past
not the time.
midnight or past. There was nothing before that, and I just straight up screamed, "What? No!"
The loudest no possible. Like you could have, definitely could have heard that.
Absolutely, you heard it from the hallway. Yes,
Definitely from the
I
hallways.
was devastated, bro. I was so like, no.
Bro was devastated.
My
He
one
missed it.
song, I don't care. Play that live. That's all I need to see from NLE. I'm good.
You really opened up for Chris.
Near to tell me things smart. I know right from wrong. I'm not saying the rest of the song. But yeah, I want to say NLE, Kendrick Lamar,
Oh yeah.
and I want to give myself top 3. Who would I really want to see, bro? That's so hard. He's dead. Pop Smoke.
Mm-hmm.
He's dead. King Von, but also King Von's a scary guy, bro.
King Von.
King Von's a scary.
I mean, it's not would have done something to you in the concert. I mean,
you never
actually,
know.
you never know.
With that crazy guy.
You never know.
He wanted you dead. You were dead. Bro, my favorite is watching an Instagram reel. Bro, no, listen.
Hold on.
Watching an Instagram reel of Lil Durk and King Von in a courtroom, and the judge was, or the judge or someone was like,
Oh, I know.
you
yeah.
described the crime to the T. Home invasions, robberies, homicides, first degrees. She's basically singing the entire Gleesh Play song in a courtroom. He's like, she's like, yeah, you described a crime to the T. Home
like,
invasions, robberies,
what else are we gonna do with
homicides,
you?
first degrees.
It's like, what else? What else are we gonna do with you after listing off your crimes in our song? That's what I never understood. He
Well,
literally
rappers.
started it
Oh,
off too with
yeah,
that. It
that's
was
how
so
he
funny. I'm
was
like,
known. Was basically by his
oh yeah.
murdering. He was a very. He's a scary guy.
What other thing?
I remember when he died. A lot of the rappers
What I
were
was gonna
happy.
say, revolving around him though, is that I saw a post also on IG. I'm on IG a lot, so I'm gonna quote a lot of IG
That's
posts.
okay.
So
Be on social media
I
too
know,
much
right?
now.
His daughter.
He's a
Apparently,
child.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. What? He has kids? No way. This man had kids and he was doing all that.
Yes.
Oh, I feel so sorry. I was so sorry. Your dad was a cool rapper, but bad father.
So listen to this now.
He had children?
His daughter, apparently listens to his music as like bedtime to soothe him when his
What the
or at least not like bedtime songs, but at least just listens to his music
lullaby?
as a
You're not falling asleep
to
to this nigga going.
missing the presence of his father through his like music, just like I'm sorry, but the kind of music your father was dropping was not for kids. What do you mean your daughter was listening to that? Daughter's a child. I don't know how old the child is, but still should not be listening to
Vaughn! What? Huh? Vaughn!
No matter what, all of his songs are not for
Took
children.
her to the O? You're telling me that's a lullaby? That's a bedtime story? All right, let's get to bed. What do you want to listen to?
Took her to
Took her to the O.
It's so funny
No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I barely listen to King Von. Like I had a few of his songs.
My favorite song right now it's called 100 Bricks. It's from Lil Brett or something, or Britzy, a Toronto rapper, but then King Von also featured it. Pretty good song, but that's me.
Nice, yeah. My favorite song from him is called Ride. I remember showing you Ride.
I think I have it in my
Yeah.
playlist. I love King Von, Pop Smoke, NLE. If I could really think of like one song from each, NLE, my favorite one, Narrow Road, Step, and Step, sorry. Those are my two if I was getting. Pop Smoke. Oh my god, there's so many Pop Smoke songs that are so good.
So many Pop Smoke songs.
Creatures, that's probably going to be my favorite. That one also, that one does a feature with Sway Lee. And then, who else did I say? NLE, Choppa, Pop Smoke, and King Von, really. Those are like my hard rappers.
For me, because like my favorite, like, okay, wait, like your favorite genre being what though? And like, I'm gonna need.
Now that I'm like emotionally like into music, it's so hard to like sit on one genre. I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you already know mine. I'm gonna still say it out. Mine's slow rap hip hop.
And that's
and
Rod
like,
Wave
that's
101.
Rod Wave 101 right there. Polo G. Up in there. They're like up in there. Honestly, there's been like they're just up there right now. Other artists, what the hell I've been listening to? I need a reference check. I'm so sorry. Like,
Go ahead.
There's just a lot going on right now.
We'll cut this.
Hello, Internet. This is the editor. My name is Jack. You've probably heard me mention a few times in the video. I'm Jack. I'm the editor. And if you're seeing me in video format, or if you're hearing me through Spotify, usually that means it's a bad thing. Usually means something has either happened to the audio, something has happened to a video, or something has gotten corrupted or something. This is one of those times. So basically, the entire podcast on Spotify is 1 hour and 44 minutes and change. We only got like 1 hour and 15 on YouTube. That is because Judah's phone ran out of storage, so there's no video. There was no video for the last half hour, so you get to see my beautiful face. And yeah, so sorry to disappoint that you didn't get the full podcast. But if you want to listen to the full podcast, go on to Spotify. In the next episode, episode number 3, we will do our best to try and get the full video so you can see the full podcast on YouTube. But with that said, thank you guys for coming back and watching the second episode if you have made it this far. Remember to follow Melanin Moments on every platform, YouTube, Spotify, Patreon, Twitter, and I feel like I'm missing one. Instagram, I don't think I said Instagram. And don't forget to follow Judah, Akeem, Nick, and Gabri. And while you're at it, follow me as well. So, yeah. I'm going to end it like how I would in my YouTube videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, remember, work hard and stay humble. We'll see you in the next one. See ya.